Welcome back, everyone. Well, you might remember about a month ago, we covered something in the news that really stood out. A club in Ballston Spa school system, Odyssey of the Mind, who had won not only a regional championship, but a state championship, and were on their way to the nationals. So we called up Ballston Spa school system and invited them here to try to explain what Odyssey of the Mind is, and also a bit about the challenge that they were presented with, what their solution is, and also their plans to compete in the nationals. So joining me today is Taylor Mclain and Kelsey Alois. Welcome, Kelsey. Welcome, Taylor.
Thank you.
Very nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Now, I do a lot of interviews, as you know. It took me about a half hour just to try to understand what Odyssey of the Mind is. Now, I'll give it a shot, and then you help me out, okay?
Okay.
So Odyssey of the Mind is a worldwide organization, been around for probably 20, 25 years, and they've got a team of leaders at Odyssey of the Mind, and they present a challenge to school systems all around the world, and these schools then have to come up with a solution for this problem in the form of a skit. Then they compete between other schools and then hopefully win. So I think that's the best I can do with that one. You've been involved, Taylor, since I think like 5 or 6 years, you were saying, right?
5 years this year.
Got it. Now, first, what appeals to you about being part of this?
It's a good way to get your creativity out, and plus my Girl Scout troop at the time was kind of disbanding, so I wanted to find something else to do. And Odyssey of the Mind just kind of happened, and I love doing it now.
I bet you do. The challenges are amazing. We're going to get into the challenges in a second. What about you? Why'd you get involved, Kelsey?
Well, I wasn't really sure about it, and my brother did it for a long time, so I was like, go to a meeting, and so I did. And I just fell in love with it ever since. It's kind of a place where you can go and just be you and be weird and think out of the box and have no judgment, and I just love everybody that's involved with it.
Yeah, just like everybody here, right, guys? That's an inside joke for the guys in the control room. The challenge this year was particularly challenging. Explain the challenge to us.
You want to do it?
You want to do it, Kels?
Okay, so our problem, there's 5 problems, but ours is called Aesop's Gone Viral. So we had to find a way to create to move the moral virally before the 1800s. So we had to do one visually, one audio, and one
A forgotten method.
Now, I'm going to cycle back just on, for a second here so you understand what we're saying. They're referring to Aesop's fables, the famous fables. And they took one of the fables and gave the students the challenge of making that fable go viral prior to the 1800s. So obviously before smartphones or anything like that. I think this is fascinating, by the way. So what did you come up with as a means to get that message out virally prior to the 1800s?
We had a grandmother sing a song to her grandchild, a wampum belt, which was the Native American way of telling stories back then, and then with a book, which had pictures in it, which made it easier to show visually.
I think that's great. Now, okay, so you come up with the proposed solution, but you have to create a skit and act this out in the skit, correct? Okay, so how did that come about?
We just kind of all sat down in my living room and just kind of sat there with a computer and took turns and passing it around and just each came up with ideas. It takes a lot of time. It
does take a lot of time because, they have to write what would be the essence of what this book would be, right? You have to write the song, the essence of the song, and you have to create a wampum belt.
Yeah.
Right? So in passing it around, everybody gets an opportunity to add something to the script. To something to the song, something to the book, right? Oh my God, this is so fascinating. All right, so now let's say, we got to fast forward. So you put this all together, then you need to perform it. And that's what you did at Ballston Spa? How'd that go?
Well, at our regionalist competition, we have 8 minutes long for our skit. So we performed everything, all the different scenes, and then we do that, and then we move on to our spontaneous, and then we go to the awards, and then we won. So then we moved on to states, and we competed against 14 teams, and we won 2nd place, and so now we're moving on to worlds.
And World is going to be in Iowa.
Yeah.
And May 25th, I guess it is?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I'm excited because since me and Kelsey are seniors this year, and it's a good way for us to like end our career of Odyssey of the Mind. It's a nice goodbye to everybody.
I think it's a remarkable achievement. You know, regardless of how you do when you go to Iowa, think about what you accomplished already. And I want our viewers to think about this too. You know, we live in an era where we think that everyone their age is locked on their cell phones and they don't think, they don't solve problems, they don't communicate well. And here you have an example of something that I don't think people my age would be able to tackle, no less someone your age. And in talking to them, it's just remarkable what you've achieved. So congratulations to you. Now, they need some donations to help them with the expenses going to Iowa.
Yeah.
Go to the Ballston Spa school system, call them up, go to their website, and you'll see the links. And there's a Facebook page too, you said too. What's the Facebook?
Ballston Spa Odyssey of the Mind team.
Ballston Spa Odyssey of the Mind team. And you'll be able to communicate with them that way also. And help them achieve this. I think you're going to win. I don't, maybe that's just me wishing. But again, congratulations to you. I think it's a remarkable achievement. And we're going to find out how you did after May 25th. We have to have you back so we know, okay? Best of luck to both of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.